What is up, guys? Macro Marciano here, ready to explain the macronutrient protein. So, first off, I'd like to squash some myths, clear some things out for you guys, as well as highlight the benefits of protein, and then show you guys some great protein sources to help you guys reach your goals. So, first off, some of the myths of protein that by taking protein you're going to get really big, gain all this muscle, and look like a guy for the women out there. That is far from the truth. You will not begin to look like a man or a girl, a woman, if you incorporate a high protein diet, and you're not all of a sudden going to start building huge amounts of muscle by having a high protein diet. Second is that protein is only needed when you're consistently working out. That is not a very smart move, again, because protein also helps repair and maintain your current muscle. So, the benefits and the highlights of having a high protein intake diet is that protein is the most thermogenic macronutrient. What does that mean? That means that it requires more energy, more calories by your body to break down protein than any of the other macronutrients. So, by having a higher protein intake diet, you're going to burn more calories throughout the day because your body has to break down that protein. Two, protein is very satiating, meaning that it helps you stay fuller longer and will lead to you less likely overeating on carbs and fats. So, if you have a full size of chicken breast, one serving of cereal, you're more than likely going to feel fuller eating this chicken breast than you would the cereal. Third thing is it helps build, maintain, and repair your current muscle. So, yes, it is the building blocks of building new muscle. It also helps repair the muscle that you do have and maintain the current muscle that you do have. So, all that hard work you put in the gym, you want to keep that hard earned muscle, you need to have a high protein intake diet. The last thing I'd like to touch on is called muscle protein synthesis. What is this? This is the process the body goes into to repair, build new muscle. So, by having a higher protein intake diet, whenever the body has a high protein feeding, it triggers the body to go into MPS. So, by having a higher protein intake diet throughout the day, you're going to have points where you initiate muscle protein synthesis, leading to the opportunity for your body to repair and build muscle, allowing you to get closer to your goals. So, there's some myths squashed. There's some benefits and highlights of protein. That is, it is thermogenic, requires more calories to break down. It is satiating, going to keep you fuller longer. It builds, maintains, and repairs muscle, and it allows you to put your body to go into muscle protein synthesis to build and repair new muscle. So now I'd like to turn it over and show you guys some great protein sources. So here we go. All these are great protein sources, and all of these are protein sources. We got your red meats, ground beef. We have your sandwich meats, some turkey. We got the staple chicken breasts. We also have chicken breast, but is already cooked, and all you have to do is warm it up in the microwave. Some turkey bacon. We got your eggs, egg whites in the carton, as well as Greek yogurts in the full container and single packets ready to go out the door. Protein on the go. We got some tuna packets, so many tons of different flavors. Some beef jerky sticks, beef jerky over here, and some protein powder. One thing I do want to touch on is protein powder. There's nothing significantly special about it besides its convenience. It is not necessary to have protein powder. You can get enough protein all through your diet. But if it is convenient for you to have protein powder on hand, then definitely invest in some protein powder and have it for the convenience. So next, I would like to go over some of these different protein sources. For one, red meat has always been deemed to be bad. It's not necessarily the red meat itself that is bad. It is the fat content of the meat. So for example, we have two ground beefs here. Exactly the same, each 1 pound. This is 85-15% lean, and this is 96-4. So what does that mean? For every 4 ounces, this has 17 grams of fat. 17 grams. Where for every 4 ounces of this, you only get in 4 grams of fat. So that literally means you could eat 3 patties and be less fat than this 1 4-ounce patties. So, what would you rather have? 3 patties or 1? So, that is where choosing your protein sources comes in handy. And I challenge you guys to take a look at the nutritional labels of your protein to see the fat content and the protein content. Of course, your chicken breast always is a lean source, but not everybody has time to cook. So what is a great alternative? To buy this already cooked chicken and you just warm it up in the microwave. Eggs, always a good go-to. A full egg has 5 grams of fat, so it can begin to add up. But you can always just do the whole single out the yolk and just do the egg whites, or do 1 egg or 2 and have some egg whites on hand, mix this in, and this has no fat, just pure protein because it's just the whites. Another thing I'd like to touch on is bacon. Everybody always loves bacon, but regular bacon can be quite on the fatty side. So as you see, we have 6 grams of fat per slice, where this one has only 2.5 grams. So you could eat 2 slices of this turkey bacon and stay under the fat content of 1 slice of regular bacon. Now these tunas, great for on the go, like I said, lean. Most of them have around 1 to 2 grams of fat, but there are some out there that have a higher fat content. So that is where, again, I challenge you to look at the nutritional label of your proteins and figure out what sources are going to best help you reach your goals. Last thing I'd like to touch on, cheeses. Cheeses can be a great protein source, but again, if you look at these 2 slices of cheese, identical, same size, same color, same kind of cheese, but this one over here has 5 grams of fat. This one has none. Now, I'm not saying fat is bad, but just keep in mind that if you have the fat to play with, you can incorporate regular fat cheese. But if you come to find that you'd rather displace your fat in other areas of your diet, the fat-free is going to be your way to go. And again, when it comes to protein powder, nothing significantly special. Just make sure, again, there's some powders out there that are going to be loaded with fat and loaded with extra carbs that you don't need. And if it's a protein powder, the majority of it should be all protein. For this one, for example, no fat, 3 carbs, and 22 grams of protein. So my recommendation, find a protein powder. If you choose to do protein powders, find one that works well with your stomach, and it is anywhere from 1 to 3 grams of fat and less than 5 grams of carbs, and around 20 grams per serving, which should be 1 scoop. So, and Greek yogurt's another great protein source. You can buy it in the full container, take it out and measure it as much as you want, or you can buy these single packs that are ready to go. So when you're in a hurry, grab them from the fridge, good to go. These have no fat, they have 9 grams of carbs and 12 grams of protein. So there are some carbs that comes with this, but it's still a great protein source. So, I hope that was beneficial, helped explain some of the benefits of protein, hopefully squash some of the myths and that you might have heard of about protein, and as well took away some great tips from all these protein sources and gives you an idea of protein sources you can incorporate to help you reach your goals.